Hey everyone, back with more Genshin. So, yeah, planning on heading back into Sumero to do dailies and wait, it's a quick start. Okay, I might be able to do it for yeah, let's do dailies and then get back into Sumeru. And none of them today are little red. Wait, wait, no, wait, that is an RNG daily. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna save that for last. That's the one for not becoming an adventurer. Holy crap, I was not expecting to see that one. Huh. I actually completely forgot about that because it hadn't popped up in ages. Dang. Okay. Um, come on. How come these aren't synced? Weird. Ah, there we go. Alright, I'm still using this team. Oh well.
Gather!
Born of ice and frost.
Genshin offers a sword.
Access denied.
And reinforcements. Oh, this is the first time I've seen them.
Next on the agenda.
Solidify!
Illusion shattered. Propagate. No touching.
And yeah, I really fire her.
There is no escape.
Stabilize!
Oh, that's a lot of
Next
ores.
on the agenda.
Solidify!
Before I continue on with my dailies, how many more bosses do I need to kill this week? Yeah, I'll just keep that. Okay, 2. And I already killed everyone, so I should go and fight. Who's it trying to send? Ah, right, Goro. Oh no, it's Goro. Okay, PMA, let's go. Should really switch back to my what's it? Actual main key. I'm going here first because I want to collect some more Oni Kabuto. If I'm not wrong, Heizo needs some. And I may not be grinding for Heizo for a while, but sorry, I'm not going to be leveling for, but yeah, these things take irritating to find, so I might as well just collect them slowly. then quickly heal this thing, and then I'll swap over. Ah, wait. This first. Let's, this, and 60. See. And I'll use.
May knowledge
this one,
guide
right?
you.
I guess team 2. Wait. I can create more teams now? Cool. Also, they removed the names. Damn it.
What shall we do?
Main, party 2 level friendship. Actually, no, it seems pretty fine. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. It's teleporting, not gliding. That would take frickin' forever.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Lure tend to stay a
Actually,
while.
Echo.
So it is where many things come to settle.
Cool.
Stabilize!
Huh? Let me weave you a verse. Rain outline. Shine down. See? Huh? Cross over.
Solidify!
Where is it?
Rain cutter. Illusion shattered. Go.
Injured. With trees. That's not good though. Let's heal this team up. Okay. Back to my main to do the rest of the dailies. Okay, the rest are here.
1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients.
Crystal flux.
No, my sword! Huh? Let me weave you a...
There is no escape!
Awesome. Okay. That is everything. Crisis of Shields, then I'll go to the Adventure Academy.
Huh? Rain outlines your fate. Rain Cutter.
Comment for you. Man, I'm really about the RNG daily today. Like 3 days after some rare appears. Alright. Come on, Anna. I wonder if I should be using my friendship team for this. Actually, no. I'll use this team. For the reasons of it's Traveler. Oh, come on, why do we need stuff like the Wind Glider license? Did you take the license exam, Anthony? I don't use Wind Glider, so I've never taken the exam. You want to take the gliding exam, Anna? Yep, it's something that all adventurers need to use, so I've been looking to practice. I never thought there was such thing as a gliding license. I mean, I've already signed up to take part, but I don't think I have all the knowledge down pat just yet. Traveler, I heard Amber mention that you've got a license already. Could you help me revise for the exam? Is Amber your proctor? Well, no, but I just met her during the sign-up process. She mentioned you while explaining the exam process to me. She said you did really well. Aww. So I got to thinking that I could consult you on some of the exam questions. Okay, so I have 3 questions for you. First off, how many people can a single wind glider carry or airborne? 1 person per glider is the correct answer. I see. Oh man, this is like random ass launch that I can barely remember. Second question, what should we take note of when using wind gliders? Okay, hang on. To select appropriate takeoff points and to assume the takeoff. Yeah, the first option. Okay, interesting. Here's my third question then. What should we take note of when landing? It's either 1 or 2. I'll just select 1. Alright, I see. I think I have more or less got it all down now. I won't get anywhere just by listening. Traveler, could you give me a demonstration of wind glider usage? No problem. Actually, I want to see what the correct, if there are correct options. Oh, I actually do need to give the correct answers. Damn, what was the first answer I gave? Scream out loud. Wow, we are really good at this. No wonder Amber said I could learn a thing or two from you. I have with you as my co-shicks and I'll be a cinch. Thanks so much. Here, these are for you. I'm about to revise some more. I wonder what color my wing rider should be. Blue? Maybe a bit of both, perhaps? No. I hope I gave the correct answer because I really cannot remember. I think I selected the wrong one for the third answer. Ah well. At least I somewhat have it in my mind now that this quest line does exist. Alright. Pressure.
Add a. Thank you for
Oh, it's not early enough to get conditions to do it yet. And go
Add
seven.
ast.
Cool. One more. 1 hour. Alright, I'll get to it after at the end of the stream. Ah, wait, no. That was too fast. Actually, no, wait. I can't do a Deadpool. Hang on, let's double check something real quick on the BP. Alright, so one more boss. Eh? 2 more ley lines, I guess. Oh, right, it's Friday as well. One more boss and 2 more ley lines. One more boss and 2 more ley lines. One more boss and 2 more ley lines. Keep repeating, I'm gonna forget. It's 2 ley lines. 1 boss, 2 ley lines. 1 boss, 2 ley lines. 1 boss, 2 ley lines. Boss, 2 boss, 2 ley.
This route.
No, wait, wrong. Shoot. There we go. Nice, I got lots
If
of.
you ever have.
Okay, where's the trap? Oh, there he is.
one before you.
So,
Ah.
oh, yeah, it's missed. Alright, I'll leave that upon. What? Why? Discard item. I see. One boss. Let's go back to one standing killed. Try out states real quick.
Stabilize!
Huh? No, my sword! Let me weave you a...
Shine down! Time to go!
Alright, let's go to Minazuma. Because I haven't done the ones in Sumeru. Where are they? This one.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Illusion shattered!
No, my sword! Let me weave you a verb.
Shine down!
Hey bud, down.
Gather!
Killed him.
There is no escape!
Alright, where's the other blossom? Which is what I actually need. Guessing it's on Serai. Koseki. That's where Koseki's Maru sails from. Okay. So, yeah. And GG. matter. Oh, you still alive.
Stabilize!
No, my sword! Rain cutter! Rain outlines your...
Illusion shattered!
Yep. So, check. Alright. Alright, all good. Sumeru. Alright, all good. Sumeru, we go. Wait. I have to. That's resin. And. Yeah, I haven't done my resin today yet.
Go!
Use the fights as well. Okay, today is Friday. So I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm not. Yeah, that's okay.
When the sun's out,
tasks.
bathe in the sunlight.
Oh, back to where was it? Say right.
Huh?
Oh wait, I have a second ball somewhere. Yes, I do. Cipher ball. Or you never see that. Wait, no, this one is good for. Yeah, there we go. Start.
Shine down! Everybody stand back!
No, my sword! Let me leave you.
Booba, get them! Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dream! Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Eat this! Torn to oblivion!
Oh, it's a bit unfortunate. Oh well.
Illusion shut.
I'm going in! Snow my sword! Ring cutter!
Nice and spicy. Inazuma shines eternal.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Witness the power of Gugwa! Huh?
Booba, get them! There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
Not getting the right set. Alright, one more shot.
Illusion shattered.
Everybody stand back! Ring cutter!
Yes.
Nice and spicy. Shine down. Ha! Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
I'm going in! Know my sword! Witness the power of Gugwa!
Booba, get them! You're toast! Inazuma shines eternal!
On. Oh, finally. Could work, I guess. Okay, now I can finally get this better. Again. Sumeru. Oh, never want that one. Katheryne, on my way. Wait, what's that? Oh, wait. That's a radiant spring crystal? It's not the map. Wait, did I check this on the map? Radiant spring crystals were. I did not check it. Shoot. Never to find it. Right. Oh god, which one is like? Let me get the character. Wait, I'll pop my lungs out.
Ad astra abyssosque. Hello, traveler in Paimon.
Katheryne, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait.
Error. 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 Error.
I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Katheryne can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their
So that's
inception.
more than 30.
Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar.
Thanks so much, Katheryne.
You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Alright, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go!
Yeah, look.
Ad astra abyssosque. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Katheryne, see you again. I know this. Katheryne, receptions of the Adventures. My job is to provide the Adventures with quests and support. So this is how we do the Adventures group. Just one young at that. They've followed me this whole time. All this is uncovered and used. Unfortunately, being a receptionist is a very job for education and shit like that. Cute. Just to make sure there's nothing hidden stairs and stuff because the arrow on that now.
It's called being a freelancer. Old folks just don't.
The eventual traveling caravan friends are freelancing as well. That's why I love a lot of moonlight. And this freelancers are useful for just like my dad and stuff. Until we went to start to publish shots, isn't it? It's income stable if you're freelancing with level stability. See, that's for a long time as well. All of expedition to Mount Caravan. It's easily good but you'll have more in the middle of 3 months running the game for current collection. Isn't this one point that you can research it? I don't know what the movement is so worried about. Information is such a concern about the game, so entry knows something as well. My dad and brother saw one of the stuff that it's a big hit, so please transition. Oh, so you're got it. What can I do for you? Sorry, I was closing off everything. Are you that tired? Not so much tired. Would you please see some close things like a theater? It's more from the academia around the theater and use of watch. And Azra is not some smooth episode. And also senses something. It's just me closing off this one. All I got there. Oh, Sister Lady Theater. Okay, so it's not actually. Holy shit! I was not expecting that. I thought it didn't happen. Cool. Okay, let's continue exploring. Let's just up here for a bit while I descend there, yes. blacksmith.
Am I trying too hard?
Stealing scrap. Oh, what do you need? Having something made. Wait, no, I recollect. I don't want to do this. Okay, you on the homicide. And you are. Last name is crafting up to the airlines and tools, accessories, and gadgets. Ooh. So marital ships central and also the researchers are arming themselves and what the vast. The most simplifying idea of metallic weapons often make wooden weapons too, but the majority of the orders are getting for the pattern with steel weapons required by the mercenaries. I'm alright. Seems like you're pretty confident in your abilities. As they say, people with relative uses in them. It's readily done. Regular maintenance of any weapons will help you practically prices. Thank the hell goodness that I don't need to maintain my skin. My weapons, packing, weapon builders, steel weapons. Needed to be ordered for class, these are all I have to do. Alright, just checking that the uncool is something like this. Oh, board, things like that. Notes on some ships made under the latest regulation. Union orders pattern the steel weapons and large quantities must be reported to the CEO of exile. We have temporarily stopped accepting private orders not listed in the blood catalog of weapons. Especially private orders for devices. If you have a special request, please provide supporting information for relevant sources. I never thought that iron would be so much more interesting than it seems. I'm a researcher from the academia's America. I came to the blacksmith because I'm doing some research about evolution. Anyway, I never mentioned that I was developed such an interest in iron. Look at it. And I unwittingly became Mr. Ahangar's apprentice. It seems a little too late to back out now. Mr. Ahangar adopted a lot of kids, but they all either became researchers or joined developments. And yet somehow, the researcher like me raised over their dissertation only and started to become heir to his crown. That's a dark light, right? Like moment. Still, I'm telling you, ironworking is a heck of a lot more fun than writing papers. Not only has my stamina improved, my hair can stop falling out. What do you plan to do next? Well, at the moment, I'm simultaneously keeping a serious evolution problem at the blacksmith from the academia, while prolonging my internship here with Mr. Ahangar. Mr. Ahangar will quite pleased to finally have an apprentice. I can get by well enough for wages, so I guess I'll just take it one step at a time for now. What about the thesis? Oh, please. Now, please, hush money. Stop asking me about the thesis. I get it just here like this. What do you do, right? But I should switch my deck.
Am I trying too hard?
Allow me to shop this thing. Ah, no, my second son finally got a job. Hello there, sorry about that. Help you. We have various something. Yeah, I buy a lot of this crap. Oh, I know what's sold. What is it? It's not a child anymore that should discipline younger and he's really settled down. He's just fooling around all day to do. Even if he could apply for some technical information from the Akasha brother and his finest job, that would be fine. By the state can also leave a date about all that dangerous and unreliable stuff. At the moment he gets any we go straight to the exchange. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. What do you think? Can I get those adventurers to stay away from my son? Sorry, but I would have for myself. Oh, I found a crafting table. We can get farting. Sometimes places with a lot of people do the same thing. Control. Oh yeah, I got a macro. Nice. Yeah, switch off the control around. There's no danger around here. You can travel as you wish. But that isn't necessarily true. 2 days ago, there were 2 groups of researchers here who suffered a group fight. I was almost pulled into it. Even as Sumeru said he can still be a teacher in case of researchers who sleep like men. It's a must to always spend here with researchers fight. Wow. And sleep interesting. Shop specializes in jewelry and antiques, and supply the shop owner orders of sales, stocks, sneakers, so there's a typo there. Please make your decision before you run out. Anticipates the jewel design on the piece in the owner's private collection to share up as it's a single stage one sale. There are treasures beyond the reach of the manufacturer. So yeah, I wonder what I can stock the shop today. Some jewels. No, I'm just admiring them, that's all. I'm not able to afford anything like this as a trained tax officer. Just being able to make such shiny and creative is what I enjoy. It's hard not to doubt yourself when your superiors always hold you to a challenge. Not looking at things like oh, you're from on the
This new
dogs
shipment of
that I
items,
saw
they're also
yesterday.
ridiculously overdesigned. I need to sell these now.
Fresh treasure appraisal struggle. Someday I'm gonna inherit a famous business and run even better than my father. You may call me master treasure appraiser, prospective antiques collector, and future prominent businessman Faresh. When it comes to raising treasure and collecting antiques, my sole objective is to support his father, and there'll be no one better than me. As for the business side of things, I have two more formidable opponents to face. Who are these formidable opponents? One is that sly Sulai, that silver tongue of hers. She's able to sell something as a rather high price. I'm not going to lose to her. The other is that Lord Sangyamabe, often mentioned my father. I don't know who that is yet, but my father makes it sound like someone more impressive. Doesn't matter, powerful adversaries, all the more worth the challenge. That's what it's. Oh, yeah, no. Welcome. Offer all those so you work in the shop, so personal watch just for display.
The sight of
Okay then. So when antique collector and I sell jewelry here and there, precious antiques are worth treasuring and the prices are also out of the budgets of ordinary people. So it's not about my sales one. What I do care about is whether I can get more vendors like Sen as Lord Sagamabe, who is supplying the most valuable products I can. As to say, trading is more like a side business. So my main business, I would suppose I would be raised by some good collector with taste and sensitive as well. Faresh is a beautiful child. I'm certain to become an even more renowned antiques appraisal expert than me.
Trust me, just take my word for it.
Parts are safe for
This
shipping.
new shipment of items, they're
Yeah, no, it.
ridiculously overdesigned. So is now.
Learn the map soon. Stories Mr. Manha can tell may be old-fashioned, but especially when it's more to the case, but everyone seems to get the age of the question now, so they consciously overlook such sophistication of technique and artistic maturity. To be more realistic, no art form is eternal, the day when all of its values and expertise the day loses its reasons for existence. And how overripe good swell to the earth by knowledgeable arts. That's exactly why I believe despite materialists like me. Art is a precious fruit of future economic production and expenditure for commercial purposes. Usually people like you walking on the spiritual ground of Alexis. Why don't you use your brain to think about the production of anything instead of commercial exchange? Not a sharp flash of cherries, and it is never missed the carpet center is with a partnership. You bring in tablets usually instead out of the man. Not the sport guy needs to experience brutality from the business world. This is acting measure, please do Lord Saga must pay tab no more coming down.
They're also ridiculous.
What? I did not expect such a full-fledged debate on the message board. Oh, this is a big cafe. Fuck you. Yes. Everything is noodle. Under the center of the oldest aristocratic family in the desert, which is basically synonymous with wealth itself. It's too bad researchers who are not from Vahumana would never understand the value of the status these days. It's not merely a problem about Nora, but also wisdom and courage. Whether it's way to look at the Vamp's legacy or the Scarlet King's relics, all can be found in the treasure. The estate left to me by my ancestors will continue to flourish. He might go broke, or relax my considerable wealth, I'm sure I will go easily improve. Even if it's just half of my wealth, see if he has to live for how in exchange. It's a beat and a penny in my house.
Where's everybody going?
Holy shit. That is how you get broke. Yeah. I must win even just once. And you are curious on the mantra of academia, universe is not else now. Under the strict supervision of the General Mahamantra, spreading of knowledge and academic corruption in academia has decreased. Thanks to Lord Sino, our subordinates' vacations have also become more frequent. Many humans often come together in shared faith and solving organizations such as chance. Although the mantra and charge of the is not responsible for conducting serious evaluations and opinions about their mentors, right now I'm just an ordinary person of Sumer who's enjoying coffee and studying past recordings.
At your service.
When it comes to
Win what? Don't you know it's the genius of ancient PCG, greatest traits of all of Sumeru, maybe all of the bar? The very depths and pivotal turns is also fascinating. Because how my vacation was just now. Just somehow spent playing cards with someone to play. Interesting. So too, then you should call us spark and play more often. There's been quite familiar with the ancient PCG, of course. If someone started an actual fight, yet can actually fall before I do. So yeah, if now I'll just read the back of it, and maybe you can actually figure out what happened to do. You guys gonna disappear suddenly? No? Okay. Also, we just melted.
Duh.
I'll think about when we should stop it and find out for something on the car. But we should stop it. That makes everyone as a little bit academia, except so we just a big message. I'm from Vahumana. What the hell is aeotology? We are currently conducting research on the history of the desert. It's called archaeology. One of my younger sisters also have been researching the 70s and ancient scarlet controls all patients and some things together. She has been trying to students to days with them.
The legend of the ancient hero, Atara.
About the countermeasure. Well, you know the counterpart continuous invasion PCG. There was a letter in Sumeru and spread throughout the park via Yinsun. I only heard about this thing before, but I never tried it. One day I came to coffee in my yard and went to the around, was get out my music first. I thought I needed to do that slip some forbidden knowledge of the Scarlet King that everyone trusted. I was trying to after this moment, just prove this out like just read there. Lesson just solved. Do that, just some questions and some solutions that I hope. So we are more than everything some research and sisters and I have research. However, doing research is something casting in other books.
Hey, where's everybody going?
Oh, the books. What are story? Oh, yeah, the people interested in hearing the stories. Right. I just trying to manage something. It's coffee that she brought over. It's probably not to say struggling. Everyone clearly like the hero stories, but so why are they rarely come hear them now? Sophisticated mighty heroes already fallen out of fashion. I don't think that's the problem. Really, no matter everyone who the story gets going. I guess from afar, I can say the stories aren't as fresh as social media, and of course, the same the battlefield on midnights fighting a giant mechanical beast at a time. It took one meme picture and turned it to canon. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Those stories sound simply outrageous. I find it really hard to accept a story that can't immerse the sense of realism. Welcome to Coffee. Manager told me my beautiful manager. It's this place. Spark Cafe, I'm the acting manager. So I must know whether you come to preferences are then get the kind of coffee that was yes. You like coffee sweet or you prefer more on the bitter side? Stronger or mild? Whatever your preferences, no matter how often I can make something you're like. I like Coke. Not that cat. You must have a small Gata. Gata's not even a year old yet, so she's a very curious kid. I Maybe this watch is from Pop Charles. She'll jump on the watch. If you like, you can give her a good pat, even give her head a good pat. She'll get happy and stop purring and get trying to solve this feeling. Yay, woohoo! Haha, so yeah, cat lover too. Here's a tip for you, friend. Haha, was foul to fish. Regatta is the foul liver that she was willing to eat.
Hey, where's everybody going?
Cat. Are you serious? The doors you can pet into can't even interact. Damn! Come on.
I'm still quiet life.
Example, veteran. Place one pieces in necessities. You're right. It's not bad, or it's one of the people he might say is pretty good. Everyone loves a decent plan, although I'm not really used to it, but it's not at all. Drinking coffee every day makes me walk usually slowly. I feel like my days are getting longer when I'm also concentrated. The acting manager makes me some coffee every day and says I should be as used to peace as the nearby residents are. I feel like that will become in the future. Actually, a good thing to retire. Yeah, I come to realize that. Maybe it's time to say goodbye to my old chaotic lifestyle. Oh, thanks for the sword. Before I managed to explore these days before the time change, so... Oh, you're... Hello there, my actually, I see my owl just... Yeah, my owl too. Of course I am, and as fresh as I will be always in the music one. Okay, this coffee shop is a very popular one and has provided me with greatly and precious adventurous formations, close to treasure maps, and dishes of cheese and vegetables. Every piece of information contributes to my career as a freelancer. Although the tavern might be a better source of information, I just don't think it, so I have to give up on it. We do have some
Being a freelancer. Most folks just don't get it.
Zore and some other. My dear sister, ask me favor. I don't like that. Don't tell me about some trouble with academia. No, not at all. Everything's fine at school. I just want to borrow your thesis. Don't worry, I won't copy them. I just need some reference material. Yeah, that's what they are for. Reference only. Well, I can't lend them to you. Your research breakdown is probably outdated now. It's more than something of reference value is probably already archived in the Akasha. But don't you apply for access? Instead of borrowing my outdated thesis, why don't I discuss your ideas with all students in school? My roommate is a weird Shiva, albeit achieving too much. One can understand it if he writes the same as a second matters. Speaking of my brain must be blank, I know I should do something. Exploring this section so for a bit. Also, I got mail. Search skill. Oh, damn it! I noticed it the moment it goes away. Ah, lodgings. You know what? I'm in the middle of this. Let's do the temple. And I hope I get in. All weapons, really? Is there? A lot of rank 5 weapons. And all the useless stuff. I just can't.
Just take my word for it.
Well, a light novel society. Are you interested? A light novel society? There are many societies in the academia, but no light novel society. It's strange, isn't it? Light novels don't seem popular in Sumeru, but wisdom of knowledge after all. There shouldn't be any gaps in our field of knowledge. I'm not exactly a researcher of the academia, but I'm second to none when it comes to light novels. Should we have an initiation ceremony or something like that? Sorry, I just wanted to check any Chinese and chess. Who are you? I haven't studied in the academia, but I like to consider myself a herbat in the field of light novels. However, there is no school in the academia that awards diplomas in light novels. That's why it's pertinent to have a book published by Yai Publishing House. The book title is The Training Combat Nation's Normal Type Summons a Gene that will start a full-out free-for-all early graduate from the Magic Academy. I expect my master to reject me again. This Yai Publishing House is a really strict. Yes, I would agree with them. It's a horrible title. But then again, a lot of novels nowadays have ridiculous titles. Yes. Alright, I can climb on buildings.
Is this an answer from this world?
Hi, Liquid. I am just running around Sumeru. Don't mind. How many people even get to the back of this building? In the garden. What's in your region so far? Well, Sumeru City is pretty damn massive. But very beautiful. Sorry, the rest of Sumeru is very beautiful as well. I basically spent the entire past 2-3 streams just running around and talking to every Sumeru citizen. Just a lot. Nope. Damn it, we need something else. Okay. Board. Exchange makes every effort to ensure the accuracy and reliability of all provided information. It does not guarantee accuracy and integrity in any form. All clients may not claim for losses arising from the usage of information which was possible, whether they do or not. I'm skipping if you have some aside information. I'll also collect treasure chest.
A reward on the road.
A lot of random stuff. But I'm also just kind of running around and talking to everyone. I'm not going to secure place. Oh, if you're holding off on it because you want to check it off on the interactive maps, both of them have updated the locations of all the dendroculus and every treasure chest and all that stuff. So yeah, I was also holding off on it for a bit. They actually published the updated map about 3 hours after the game came out. But even then, it takes 20 dendroculus to get it from that, get the statue of the 7 from 1 to 2. I've only collected like 8.
Illegal trade is strictly prohibited here.
Hi, Rina. Hang on. Like, I forgot how to use keyboard. Oh no. Wait, where's the motion controls?
Illegal trade is strictly prohibited here. Illegal trade is strictly prohibited here.
Ah, shoot. Abyss reset. Kinda. I mean, it resets on this first and 16th. Ah, that's right.
Illegal trade is strictly prohibited here.
I didn't know we were that late.
Illegal trade is strictly prohibited here.
What's the answer? Yeah, I know, right? Katheryne Exchange welcomes all law-abiding businessmen. Mahalaka, the Katheryne Exchange, is responsible for monitoring the exchange for any illegal or fraudulent practices. I myself am a researcher of economics, so there's no speculation that can get past me. That's cool.
Illegal trade
Yeah,
is
I
strictly
know,
prohibited
right? She's
here.
adorable. I really hope there's a Cole and Amber reunion plan in the future. Just...
Illegal trade is strictly prohibited here.
Who else can I talk to? Also, isn't they already shoot? No, let me shift back to 9. I want to continue exploring the place at 9. Love you done the Archon quest, I love you guys. No, I actually barely started the Archon quest if anything. I just met Sumeru Katheryne for the first time. So I'm exploring space very slowly. Oh wow, this is very multi-leveled. I think I talked to you. Yeah. As long as you're having fun taking pictures of animals, I guess.
Working? I don't get it.
This is interpretation based on what you're doing. Lately, I designed something called alchemical divination. You rely on intuition to randomly choose something to conduct alchemy on. If it fails, most of the time it does fail, the ashes are used in divination. It's pretty much the same principle as divination on coffee grounds or leftover tea leaves. I noticed that the Golem and class are really interested in that sort of thing, so there's no reason that alchemical divination shouldn't be just as popular, right? Is this a personal interest or is it purely academic? I haven't done it both. My mentor kept shaking their heads after I said that according to legend, alchemical divination was invented when the slow was Nari. I don't think it's time to give up yet. I've been doing a bit of Genshin going to sleep. Ah, I can't remember what your time zone is anymore. I can't remember, like 1970 time zones in the guild since we have so many people. Yeah, if during yeah, I will. Thanks. Hope you have enjoyed playing Genshin as well. I just need to work out the rushing up of this interpretation and even the tiniest one. Then hope we can discuss it later. Okay, cool. Where is the bait that I wanted to make? I don't have the treatments for it yet. Shoot. Oh well. Actually, where is the fishing association here? Where is the fishing association? Actually, well, I guess you can have a harem then, which is that's like one for every nation. Parts of the city feels somewhat disconnected. Okay, I'm gonna go out for a while because I want to get that teleportation. I want Sumeru City has like so many things. This place is massive and very hard to navigate. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? What the fuck is all this? This place is massive. It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm in Sumeru City proper. What the hell is this? Where the hell am I?
What are you talking about?
The evening breeze is like a melody.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Where's the star? Ah, shoot.
The evening breeze is like a melody.
Ah, shoot.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The evening breeze is like a melody.
Oh man, another one escaped. You see the map again? Okay, so it might just be here is high and there's a path under the roots to the other side. Holy shit, this thing is massive. Oh, melodious night breeze when my words express the daylight delights. Yeah, I stand in the wind just to see the just to sing around. What do I think? What? Look, I guess one close house is with you. This is for your literature class. I'm sorry if I that's okay, just listen closely. Okay, we were trying to hit on her. We're going around the wrong way. She either has no interest in words or she is. The doors auto open here as well, are you kidding me? She has no interest in poems, so she doesn't know poems. Welcome to the Academia. Or the Academia. The Academia consists of 6 star shots, each with permanence in the Academia. One more information on the number to press. Are you a robot? This is a shit robot as For more information on Murder, press 1. For more information on what's his, press 2. For information on Spartama, streets to be human service officers. Do they have phones? Do they have phones here? This only makes sense if they have phones. Also, where are the buttons I can press? A mortar is the oldest one to keep frozen technology. Some by researchers who follow with law the method of the forest and civilians. Today, mechanics color is green and includes systems such as biology, ecology, and secondary. Cool, thank you for letting me go through that option. One. Rat was he specialized in illuminationism and stars are essential to research. He believed that the sky reflects truth and rights destiny. So, Monas. Mechanics color is Mona. Includes disciplines such as astronomy and astrology. And if it's not watching the sky, it's so the mass specialized in elementalism in school of thought that focuses on the study of elemental reactions and changes. The meaning of examining ley lines, spark commands, much more traveling scholars called brioche. Mechanics color is red and includes disciplines such as alchemy, electrical science, and ley line studies. And if it's not conducting research reaction experiments, it's traveling the field. More. Arapata specializes in semiotics and languages and writing is a core and accessible to me. Recognized colors black and includes disciplines such as linguistics and linguist studies. It's not deciphering text is treating words. Bahumana. I see the last option there. Don't think I don't. Bahumana focuses on theology. Oh, seeks to investigate the source and makeup of knowledge and its nature. Started with the rejection and reflection of the remaining theories of the scholar and became the basis for various social sciences. Recognized color is yellow and it includes disciplines such as history and sociology. And if it's not memorizing factors, refuting beliefs. Okay, so truth seekers kind of archaeology. Keshra Watch specializes in technology. Originally started as to study and manufacture propulsion mechanisms. Scope is quite comprehensive due to the various aspects of knowledge required in the making of mechanisms. Recognized color is white and includes disciplines such as architecture and mechanical skills. Anyway, if it's not building puzzles, it's involved in puzzles. It's my discipline. Zero, are you a puppet? It might be better to be a puppet. I just need to follow the program and won't get angry when someone interrupts my speech. I'm more like or less like that already. After a few years of being a receptionist at academia, I've memorized the admission brochure so thoroughly that I can recite it advertently. As long as people come seeking to be educated and academia still exists, I'm done with work. Phew, I haven't had a normal competition in a long time. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you for your love and support for the academia. Oh, that's so sad.
Welcome to the academia.
Pretty.
Are you sure you found the correct semantic field for these ancient runes?
I don't need to read that line, thank you. Of course I'm not sure, I'm only speculating. Besides, I discovered that there are overlapping marks on the ancient runes on this stone wall. So I have reason to suspect that they've been carved by people over several generations. That complicates things in my history researches. The meaning of runes like this can differ significantly from era to era. When your father finishes desert expedition again, we should ask him when he gets back. Or ask Rifa, maybe he has some hints. Not fair, would seem to reach this project sucking up budgets that should always. Budget? Yeah, the budgets. Any meetings of knowledge can be thwarted by money. Academia is consuming more and more budget on classified research over the past years. Instead of maintaining a financial backbone, they should fund more practical disciplines like archaeology. With lack of self-reflection on history, we should get short end of real life knowledge. Instead of funding us, become to jump. Lord Vikram becomes my friend as we walk out too. You know how it is, and helping their conversations in ways they are not expected. If only heard the name. What? Don't know about him? Well, his movies. Lisa recently would think about the next Grand Conservator. I don't know what other people think, but other than Lisa, who according to legends has become Monster's Grand Conservator. Vikram should be the most suitable candidate. After all, if the person in charge of the collections is as unreasonable as the one managing funds, the study will be dimmed.
Those closed-door research projects are a complete waste of
Damn,
money.
this is okay. Oh. Oh my god, no, there's another path. What the fuck does this lead? Why is this place so massive? Why is this place so massive? God freaking hell, Sumeru. Because I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna explore the academia later. I just want I have a teleport waypoint right outside the door. But I'll explore below first. Holy crap, Sumeru. Holy crap, this place is insane. Like, I'm not insane in a bad way, it's just... It's massive. This Sumeru city is massive and so fun. Okay, so that should lead back down to the Katheryne. That seems to be where I need to go. Oh, the reputation stuff. Cool. This one out there. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, that. Let's go. Let's make sure there's like no more conversations here. Burn. The guy doesn't come out. Sorry, so we won't be able to keep this in bed. Guy that seems to study addressing together with the range of our facing what some sort of hefty special resource storyteller can capture audiences with stories of heroes. I see he has any sort of influence in particularly the Catherine's wrestling down using a similar rhetorical information. Oh yeah, okay. Personally, the application features from Pixel change and as well as wish. Change or the combination changes in this means for strength, separation, and self selection. The process rather slow, some judgment, and ready to feel. Sufficient enough is an problem for a qualified program itself with combined runs and for all of its allows action of the motion yeah. Let's progress a little further, I guess. Why are there people at the movies? Hello, what can I do for you? And you are the logistics officer for the city of Exar. Responsible for the corps of 13 supplies, some mandatory academia assignments that will be passed to Mr. FND. Someone will help with poor or residents nearby. I can pay for a portion of the fund. Oh no, I went too far in. Hold on.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you to.
Oh.
It's nice to meet you, Osfond. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Katheryne's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugurdevada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugurdevada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
What sort of legend?
Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go.
It's a story.
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way. It seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
I think it's those people over there.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! We can't let them get in the way now! Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad!
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
Well, first time in the game, Paimon has successfully convinced someone.
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad! There you are, Dunyarzad! We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
Oh, we find some place to hide.
Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
This new shipment of
Let's just decide to run off a bit.
Strange. Where'd she go? She couldn't have made it far.
There's no way we can return to the Master and Mistress empty-handed. I'll ask around again.
Excuse me, sir. Have you seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and long blue dress?
Hey, what did you say? Oh yes, I have a granddaughter.
I wasn't asking about your granddaughter. I asked if you had seen a young woman go by.
Ah, yes, she and her parents settled down in Port Ormos. I haven't seen her in a long time.
No, I just I'll go explore that little. That's probably when it is.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now.
Whoa.
Wait! Stand down, Dia!
Holy crap.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Are you alright?
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
best thing
Your
to have.
theory is just putting the cart before the horse.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year.
Yes,
Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now.
Oh,
Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Don't need to break the bank. You'll eat whatever you want. Oh wait, don't worry about it. We'll pay for our own.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess Paimon will settle for something ordinary.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
Making Paimon, that's a first.
Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know.
Oh, I don't know what that's.
Dinyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dinyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Didn't expect that.
Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dinyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Teyvat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat.
So you once you heard it was less a focus.
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aww, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilou, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilou sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilou to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
The wheels will come along?
But of course! Nilou will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Wait, hang on. Oh yeah. So Kusanali wasn't powerful enough to help a kid back then, but is she powerful enough to help a kid now? What time is it? 5. Alright, I will play for a little bit longer, and then I will have to log off. But I will try to come back on tonight. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I really want to continue Sumeru. There's so much stuff. Okay. Back with me. Oh, I can find the door here. Magic open door. This is too insane to me. He didn't have to do that, but they did. Oh look, the stage. Oh, I have Yunjin. Nah, not the Hello, if you're from people confused. You are there and Jerry will survive with the extreme hollow mission tools and opposing choreography stages and action. All true, pretty much everyone will share several times. For example, open our thousand numbers not going to see. What Roche? It's a one of mediocre talents, but the stage is still and seems less than its only strength is nation, who stay still so sometimes standards may don't give assistance to this, as long as it's less than this all accounts of every case of this. Not that I was so it's discussed with me by the instruments. What is that? Essentially.
What else have I got?
I love the essential part to say that it is eat. Essentially, supplier with design helps also make also, Mr. Subaru is very strict about every aspect of performance, so I always want good enough. The props attractiveness enough is every detail depends on the need and mechanisms of person and about these things daily. Sometimes it's enough to get the shoes on hash rail, some hash rail to rule on the as well. Then I give that up. It's nice about reading a real time, so rest assured, if only good things require this, or maybe it all comes down to the fact that I'm so attached to this commitment and that I have certain demands of myself. Anyway, if you have there's some leftover rocks from there. Probably make props with the quality of the steam. Oh, this will check this cool. No, some country machine for oh, Baroche. Solve manages million K. Are you right? Not really, but let's do it. Practice lesson from the Shake Super. Not zero. I thought about giving up, but then I remember how despite all his criticisms, Mr. Super never did it. That means that he's still right? But have I made any progress? I didn't realize. You can do it. Thanks. What a... Oh. I would like to come downstairs when it's needle up. Dancing, I will then dancing down on the square with the leverage for those who take dance. But needle is to be dancing and success has been more desirable than the dance. Follow your dreams, kid. Follow your dreams. Oh, I love Milo. She's so confused and her voice is so melodious and stunning. Every time I see Milo, she can smile and then blush at you. Sub-Zero's festival is my favorite holiday. Candies, romance, flowers. Ooh. And I can watch Milo's dance like either. And we shouldn't miss it. We have a chance to join Milo's dance for the best seats. I wonder. Who is this thing? Flowers. Some performance schedule that would some original inspired. I should perform some version of that flowers and characters. Once I perform this schedule this week, shows transform whether it is okay. The first public performance that leads up to the first fight. Performance is a new play that Mr. Zubaris with one unsurprisingly recently. They said Zubaris did disappoint. Every time the production is out, researchers are all watching the replicates of the whole research. Please back to watching the bar.
Hello?
Hello, Rena.
Hi.
How have you been?
Life is so dull
Bored.
Well, if you don't mind spoilers and me rattling on forever.
What do you mean? I finished them.
Oh, I'm literally just reading out all the dialogue. All the
I just fast forward until I basically get something for free.
Shoots is the best stall in the
I'm in the underground theater section of Sumeru.
I know, it's so pretty. I liked it. I don't know why. It made me so excited to see a door in this game.
This door was scared the crap out of me when I first approached it.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, why did it suddenly open by itself? What the heck?
Yeah, I was like walking down, I was like, oh, this is probably a dead end, I can't access it. It opens. What the hell?
Yeah, it scared me too, and I was like, oh, this is cool. You will love the library, if that's the case.
The academia? Yeah, I went up there already.
It's so pretty.
Oh, yeah, I also saw it, I was like, is this door going to auto-open? Oh, wow, it does.
It does.
And then you have the receptionist girl standing next to the door, and I'm like, hang on, is she a robot? She's like, press 1 for this information. It's two.
Yes.
Oh. Sumeru City is so big. I don't know if it's because it's a new city or is that it's not as linear as the other cities, but damn, it feels massive and complicated.
I don't think it's big. I just think it's tall.
It definitely doesn't. Okay, I think for me the reason why I'm not persuaded is because it's a brand new city.
I think Leeway is bigger.
Yeah, for me, okay, two reasons why it feels big to me right now. One, it's a brand new city. Two, it curves around a lot and has multiple levels. Whereas Liga is very
Yeah,
obvious.
that's why I said.
Whereas,
I think Sumeru is just tall.
Whereas Liga is just kind of like two parallel tracks running next to each other. Inazuma is just one straight line. Mondstadt is compact.
Mondstadt is just in a small circle.
Yeah, it's just, Mondstadt is compact as all fuck.
Hey, it's a beginner place for a reason.
Yeah. My friend was actually talking to me, discussing to me like
I'm just excited for Natlin, honestly. More than anything.
Sumeru just came out and you're already excited for Natlin? Come on.
Yeah. I want to see the desert, bro.
Is it Natlin or Fontaine next?
Huh?
Which country is next? Natlin or Fontaine?
I don't know. I have no idea.
All I know is that Shnesnaya is.
Oh, Shnesnaya.
Shnesnaya is 7 for sure. Because the Traveler's trailer.
I think after this is like Fontaine, I think.
I think so too. Oh, a Mime Junior. I would like to catch that.
Oh my god, you have the Pokemon thing?
Yes.
Thank you. I've been messaging most of my friends on like Genshin. Because I'm trying to steal all their resources, mostly fish. You know, it's okay. They don't know. I was asking you and you were like, I'm doing the story quest. I'm like, never mind then, I wanted to steal.
I mean, I can leave my common. I'm going to be stopping my stream in about half.
No, it's fine,
now
it's fine.
half an hour. Yeah, I'll be stopping my stream in half
Like
an
I said,
hour
I'm in a friend's world right now.
Yeah, so I was saying, I'm going to be stopping my stream in half an hour. So if you want, I can just leave my game running, then you can pop into my world and do whatever the hell you want.
That's okay.
Although, so the reason why it took so damn long to come, I accidentally spent like 90% of my yesterday's stream. This fucker just disappeared as I was talking to him. Screw you, time. Yeah, I spent 90% of yesterday's stream just like accidentally doing a world quest.
Treasures I discovered.
Screw you, man. You're not supposed to disappear on. Yeah, I got the Mime Junior. Cyrus. Oh, this game knows Cyrus. Oh.
Shoots is the best stall
Okay, so it's telling me to go that way, so I will go that way. Guess it's all opens. Back outside, yep. Oh, chest!
Is this an answer from this world?
Check that off. Assuming it's this one.
Might be able to see Milu perform again.
Such a production performance. So I think just like water, pure water condition forms spoiled fruit. Oh look, another typo. This is like the second typo I found. If I want to sign as a guard, no, like everything. Oh, gemstone fragment. Wait, what I found today? such a young age. So Miss Sulaya. I can pronounce like 90% of the names here. Even baby was just very native. Years I get people life and Uncle Lombards wish for everything. That's very far-sighted. Of course, you may not know this, but Miss Suleika is a real genius who studied in India. She also goes walk with the adults who said she said that learning is no fun. Fun. Miss Suleika has also told me that the biggest secret to building wealth is to stay away from the current exchange. The genius was to be careful, but I should have enough plastic in life. You have another option, it's the treasure also. Other fish rolls good. I could eat them every day, you tell me good. I don't myself to go with Lambart's original fish rolls, not socks.
It's time to apply for a new
Also, I see a chest.
again.
Why is there a chest in the
Is this an answer from this world?
Carlos. Oh wow, it's just a child right in the shop. There's nothing wrong with loving money something anyone who possesses the money that this much I understand. So he seems to worry about shopping for you. I'm not just one of the best fully branded sellers, I'm the best branded seller. Not only blankets, I will be the top sales, be it toys, jewelry, and kitchen items. Oh, perhaps not books. This is Sumeru after all. Not books. Yep, no books. I'm a law-writing citizen, so even if smart knowledge will be rich, I still won't touch it with anything old. After all, the country making money in the pushing of Jesus. Besides, it's easy. Even with half my carriage, you still need to make as much as the book around us. The academic pyramid and ultimately came to a world that was half as big as its own sales pitch. I would put it down on the spot like that. So books are forbidden in Sumeru? Wow, they're very controlling of knowledge. This feels a bit dystopian.
I'm super awesome.
Also, that's the Sulakia that other games.
It's time to apply for a new budget again.
Yes, I'm a logistics by academia. I'm patience and some spices and cares, set up higher. Realities and so on kind of prices and budgets. Academia wants to purchase these things. That's right. All researchers, students, and staff are used. Academia can handle on knowledge, but it still depend on people for production and purchase the supplies from the private sectors of business. However, the academia also provides everyone free healthcare, imparts knowledge to the Akasha criminal, and supports the cost of holding necessary celebrations. Yeah, so it is still.
I wonder if the treasures in this
opinion.
Find a real traveler here to shop in the bazaars and just a great juice shop. Sumeru spices are a must buy, and juice is the best spice store. Not only is it rare, but the prices are reasonable. It sells the red by the sun. It also gives customers small discrimination, so you can this it's all. Perhaps selling it to besides this open business that we have, I know change my business with all the time. I also feel that there is space for a lot of my years
What's so great about Snezhnaya?
It's called a culture. I feel the culture of Snezhnaya is so very well and now it's correct. Regular siege publishing. Voice of the frigid is the backbone of Charles. For some fine ways of introduce those points, use the C oh, use the artifacts. I don't care. Let's hear it. Ball stands probably on the yeah. Katheryne tree and necessary discipline. of the goddess touched it. Extraordinary as it is, it sells for 1,000. Jar of wine outlasting the years that was graced by the animal gods have drink it and charm the latest wines. And as it is, it sells for 200,000. Fast familiar is like it sounds like a belief. I don't need to listen. No matter it is, but so many things. She just gets knuckle. More wine and meat for you. Oh, more wine and meat for you from words. Of course, you can drink too much or you can be full of yourselves. You are, I own a store here selling drinks, snacks, and stuff like that. My food is reasonably priced, and your choice of standard meals, welcome parties, and including the like. And I even went to Bahama Club. My clients too. One bought a whole case of wine. It's like a Asian girl. I actually have no idea what it does, but folks say it's a Bahama. It was torn when he arrived on the drink. I couldn't tell if he looked around himself or for someone else. I remember him murmuring something like 1K should be enough for an apology as he carried the wine. Saying maybe he wanted to get someone drunk so they'll forget his mistakes. That was a sick option. Make a fool of myself? That's right, now don't tell anyone, but this happened a few days ago. Two groups of researchers were drinking the Katheryne with the crowd. You know those researchers are usually so reserved, right? So nice, but so go at it, huh? I think it was a fight over who's the best candidate for the grand conservative position. It's like arguing this who soon will not try. Something like how well we're going to see something like welcome. Hello, spices. Yes. No problem. Is that so I don't have this food. Oh, Rina, did you know they sell biryani here?
Yeah.
I was so shocked.
Did you know I bought everything?
Nope. Honestly, I was so shocked when I saw biryani. I was like, I'm sorry. Really? Just biryani? No special name? Alright, let's go talk to Milo. Yes? It is Nilo.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Hi. Thanks for the lurk.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh my god, I forgot that you put it in English.
And who are these two?
Meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Yep.
That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sabzerus festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular. Thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you. Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Why didn't anyone come and handle it?
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zero's festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilou, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay, then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zeros festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful padisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
That sounds somewhat bittersweet.
Huh? Really? Oh, you probably mean because all the gods in this story are no longer alive. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilou, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered padisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real padisaras went extinct after her death.
Wait, then what the fuck have I been collecting?
The Greater Lord brought forth
Whatever
padisaras
more?
in memory of the
They
Goddess
said
of
all the real
Flowers.
padisaras have gone extinct.
But she
but I've been
ultimately
collecting
can
some.
never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
So what the hell have I been
Thinking
collecting?
about the Goddess of
It's
Flowers
like
dance makes me wish I
you know
could
how
have
in
seen
the
it.
US there's like a flower
If
that you
my
can't
stage
really
were
like get
anything like
anymore.
that,
They say
Oh.
it's all
I'd be
synthetic.
thrilled if
That's
I had
basically
just
what
two
you're
real
collecting.
padisaras on the stage. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sub-Zeros festival? Will you two be coming?
Yes.
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea!
You sure it's not because you just want in on the fun?
Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. She'll be happy to have more people who are celebrating it.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros festival together?
Sounds like a plan.
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sub-Zeros festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Lol, I just realized. The followers of Lesson Lord Personality are literally operating in the shadow of the academia and underneath them. Also, I know it's for convenience, but Traveler has literally incredible luck to like come to each country just as something major has happened. Went to Lia just in time for the rite of dissension and see Zhongli's corpse. um went
It's
to
called having, I don't know,
plot convenience,
being main lead aura,
being
you
the
know?
protagonist.
Main lead aura.
Yeah. Came to Monster just in time to see the Fallen start attacking the town. Went to Inazuma just in time to stop a war.
Just to help out everything.
Just in time to take part in the war between Inazuma and Matatsumi.
Nah, it's because of Paimon, let's be real. Paimon stops everything.
Came and then like Sumeru so far the only one that is pleasant starting. It's come to Sumeru just in time for a birthday party.
Ah, dancing at the
I
Sub-Zero's
swear to God, if
festival.
Kusanali appears and
You
like,
know, I
suddenly
also danced when I
fakes
was
her
younger.
death.
As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the goddess of flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sub-Zero's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outlander? Did you know that the Sub-Zero's festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere.
What?
The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and...
It's his face powder.
I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
Yes, I kind of thinks that the Grand Bazaar and Sumeru City is two kind of semi-separate places. Interesting.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Dunyazad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers herself.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Katheryne.
Oh, wow. Katheryne out of the Adventurers Guild. That's interesting.
Uh-huh. Very interesting.
When you find out that Miss Joy has a life.
Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break.
Paimon's speaking the truth.
Hey, Katheryne!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa!
Oh, what,
Break-time Katheryne sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say astra
Wow,
abyssosque.
yes, that was very less formal.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about her brother.
Hi, Tahoe.
Yes, you should keep
Oh my
searching.
God.
Sometimes the
wow.
answers we're looking
not
for
lag
aren't
anymore.
necessarily at our intended destination.
Oh, honey. Is it that laggy
they're
for you
found
before?
along the way.
Yes.
Sad.
We heard
It's kind of
someone
funny
say
because
something
I'm not
pretty
connected to my
similar
router.
recently.
But do you know?
Anyways, what brings you out here,
Internet
Katheryne?
What's your internet speed?
Sub-Zero's festival?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies.
I'm gonna put it. Where should I put it? I'm just gonna put it in Scuff Light.
Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
It's only slow. Slow intake.
There's something really different about Katheryne today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
I know, right? Extremely different about Katheryne today.
What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady
It's like
knows
it's not
you're
really
looking for ways
Katheryne.
to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious?
Huh?
I'm gonna stream.
It might
tomorrow,
not necessarily pan out, so
Oh,
don't get your
gonna
hopes
stream
up too
tomorrow.
much. I'll need to take you
Twitter,
two somewhere and
Twitter.
ask someone some
I
questions.
announced it.
What about doing something?
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like
Wanna
a plan.
open it?
Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia.
Go to the city to Alexa. So Sumeru City has so many teleport waypoints, it's insane.
Hello. Oh, that's right.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Yep, that's the blush if I've ever seen one.
Ugh, listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord. Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the adventurers pointed us to Osfon for more info.
No kidding. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rukshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell them what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. If you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandon their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfond! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next!
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
Yep, we won't forget.
Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
I'll have to make phrase the request. gonna disappear to the toilet for a few minutes. See ya.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh my name, no! You bitch. I hate you.
When I hand this work over to the Elamites, I'll have to rephrase the request. When I hand this work over to the Elamites, I'll have to rephrase the request.
You two must really be something if you've got Dia the Flame Mane speaking on your behalf. The Corps of 30 isn't officially overseen by the Academia, but because we're hired mercs, there's still lots of sensitive intel that I can't reveal to you. In the end, when it comes down to it, the city's safety is both the Corps and Academia's top priority. I've told you all I can about what was stolen from the Academia. As for why you should pretend to be
sorry, I would like to hear and not have to read some
I'll
lines.
leave that for you to find
That's
out
your own
yourself.
fucking problem. Who told
No,
you
that's
to not property?
that's your problem because you're the one complaining about my English stream.
Strong ones. You could also just put in C and I still understand it.
Wait.
Okay, I'll just change it to Korean then.
Fight,
And we both be screwed.
I hate the Korean voice acting. A bit cringy.
Yeah, so put in Korea, we'll both be the ones suffering.
It's been a while since I visited the Citadel of Regzar. I'll catch up with Chief for a bit before I head back myself. He really did a lot for me in the past. Remember, to get to Port Ormos, just follow the river south from
I
Sumeru
really
City's
want
port.
Tighnari's weapon.
Just be sure to take care of yourselves out there. We'll meet again at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
Win the 50-50? Question mark?
Actually, let me check my kitty. Oh, I found the commissions.
Yeah, there's the commissions. You have to do quests first though to basically even do commissions. It's annoying.
Damn it! Not again.
Yeah, welcome to my life.
So I haven't lost the 50-50 yet?
I have twice.
But I don't know. Sorry, as in for this, I've lost it before, but I haven't lost it for this run. If that makes sense. My current rules, yeah. I haven't lost the 50-50.
The last time I lost was in the first Kazuha banner. I got Jean. And the first time I lost was in the first banner ever, which was Venti. I got Dilo. Yeah. And then never lost.
I can't even remember one because my wish history has been deleted too long ago. So I can't remember the first time I lost it. If I ever have lost it. Holy crap, their houses are tiny.
Oh my god, I forgot that I can enter the cafe. Let me buy it.
Oh, there's a chest back here. it's a birthday. There we go. 10 more gems. I'll have to check for that. Okay, I'm sorry, there's a freaking spin crystal back there. Miss it. Ah, I went too far.
Solidify!
Damn, it's only. Right. No, 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 no. Okay, this. Okay, so the quest. Oh, okay. So cute. Let's just explore Super City for a bit. I'll wait once the chest. Kitty. Oh, you're new. Hello, what can I do for you? Are you working? Correct, at this matter, and neighboring areas under my jurisdiction. Oh, jeez, the Mahamata.
I just need to be like reputation level 2 in order just to do the bounties and requests. I don't like it. It's so annoying.
You just keep going nowhere. Oh, try putting bad mood. That's what I'm used to. That's the do anything with pushes on the whole to be very confused, but without the intro. Get some rest, wish your kindness, but I can see trade a few years of my life without trying to treat such motivation. Traveling doctor's medicine.
I hope all our patients will get well soon.
Oh, this is a hospital. Oh, very open-air concept. So the doctors approved when the shop she gave hurt. No, she's not a right agent for the Greater Lord Mukatafa. Eli is an unwell little tree. She's nourishing little tree. I know Mukatafa is good, so the doctor is good too. Yes, listen to her and become tall and strong. Otherwise, the Aramites will take you away from defying Mukatafa. No, Aramites are scary. I don't want that. Blessings from the Dendral Archon. I hope all our visions will get soon. Doctor, I'm just an intern myself. What to learn is both my job and my wish to protect and help the weak. Stronger people are often under the spotlight, but medics should care more for weak patients. Greater Lord Mukatavata may have the same vision as she, that the researchers to play Mukata.
Good girl. Listen to the doctor.
Hello.
Hello, help you. What is this place? The Smart Town provides free medical treatments from academia to the people. Doctors here are all researchers and students from the same institute. Whether your social status ever class in the world. killing is what the sages realized by the true gods. At least that's what's written in the Doctor's Manual. Okay, that sounds cult-like. Hello, this is Dr. Zakaria. Help, you are. I'm an intern responsible only for the patient's medical records. Anything else is out of my jurisdiction. Are there any sick people? Sorry, but per official orders, we cannot disclose patients' information, including condition symptoms. This one. That makes sense. Proverbs call.
Hello. Do you need help?
Seek violence and violence shall find you. Well, that's succinct.
Listen to the doctor. Blessings from the Dendro Archon. I hope all our patients will get well soon.
Hello. Do you need help with anything?
These are the only things that still need recording.
Listen to the doctor. Blessings from the Dendro Archon. I hope all our patients will get well soon.
You are the children of carry out orders by the law. These abide by the laws of the law. Trouble. It's all very simple. I don't say it's good for you.
What's the risk?
Seems like a very casual village farming. Unloading types of herbs. Some herbs. My father was a herb farmer. I survived the shipwreck and to help grow herbs. I was unable to go to sea due to the activities of the shipwreck, so I reapplied for project growing herbs from the Akasha. I survived only because of the immediate financial needs. My father, when he decided to acquire herbs from the small plant for free. Possible on the past examination, he studied medicine at the academia.
Doctors, then I still have my son with me. They say my condition.
Fuck up. Oh man, a jinx? That sucks. Thanks for saving my son. Great Katheryne. Your son. Son was a fisherman and his boat capsized while all at sea. He was about to die until the Bismarck doctor saved him about a second. Ever since then, he started providing free medicine and helps to Bismarck. All we got is a small yard that we didn't do much, but we do anything to help. That's nice. And I'm seeing your palisadas. Oh, rock hollow. Hang on, we can take this off. No? Doesn't appear there? Weird.
Too many bugs. What should I do?
Hey Tom. I've got rugs everywhere inside the house. I'm running out of room to stand. What do you need all those rugs for? The wharf? I haven't been there lately. My family doesn't want to go, so if you want one, I think maybe some just say it. I mean rugs. Oh, you mean these rugs? Good question. I've been asking myself why I need all these rugs. But Sulakia would talk my ears off every time we went to the Grand Bazaar, and I found out with several rugs in tow. She made a lot of sense on how each rug was useful, but it's a different story when I get home. I don't know why I just couldn't stop buying them. Oh my god, the little girl's getting this old man buy several rugs. To the point where he has no house. There's a chest.
A reward on the road.
Just follow the list and distribute the fertilizer.
Salar. Ah, yeah. Do you know Vahid in Inazuma? Hi, here for the fertilizer. Only those on this can get it. That's unfortunate, but academia researchers allocate free fertilizers to farmers on the list. The Anahitian Blessing is a union of the Dendro Archon's gift and the Sage's wisdom. It's very effective and easy to apply. As long as our farmers follow directions and visit regularly, they will guarantee the bounty from harvest.
Just follow the list and distribute the farm.
Let's do the smart. No, teleport.
Waypoints. Ugh. I hate the waypoints here. They're so annoying.
Why?
You like climbing up every single time just to get a waypoint? I don't.
Yeah, we can Spider-Man here.
Eh.
Oh, there's a house over there? What is that? Not on the map.
Yep.
Oh well, I'll go over there later. Combination of abundant sunshine, plenty of rain, and the Anna blessing ground to be harvest. Or the Anahita blessing. What, you never heard the Anahita blessing? It's practically essential to growing crops.
Thank God I left my boat here.
Left your what?
I left my boat here.
Oh. Oh wait, I should say the Dendro Arc. So Sapiens, it's a blessing, it's a gift from me. Oh great Lord, oh great Lord Mukadavana, oh Dendro Arc, harvest. Alright, I'm pretty sure I've talked to everyone in the whole city.
Too much dedication could not be me.
Time to go to the uppers, back to the academia. Also, have you managed to find out where the Sumeru Fishing Association is?
Yes, I know where it is.
Is it in Sumeru City itself?
No.
Oh, what the fuck?
When I say I left my boat there, I was near the fishing association. Yes, I used a boat to get here. The boat is fun. You'll love it. Hey, can I come here? If I show you where it is, you can't take any of the lotuses around along the way.
I don't really need any lotuses, but I don't have to hurry, and I'm not planning on leveling them soon anyway. I mean, if I get him soon.
Yes, please give it to me. I need like 15 more. I need like 15 of them.
The door just locked me out. No, it's more accurately, the auto close function like slammed the doors in my face and I just couldn't run through. I had to wait for the whole animation to play out for it to open again.
Yep. That sounds about right.
What?
That sounds about right. Then you have to wait for the animations. Man, I would like my own treehouse. When will it give it to me in a teapot?
Soon. Will this all magically open
Am
as
I?
well? Oh. Oh, so this is a separate map. Okay then. I'm not going in there yet. Ooh, luxurious chest.
I'll keep this close.
Imagine
I should stop
opening chests.
procrastinating idle visions. The thesis was. I'll just put 5,000 more in this chest every time I waste another day. I won't retreat more until my. I stole someone's money. That was like a lot of Mora in there.
Is this an answer from this world?
Miho, you're here trying to make us feel sorry for stealing random people's treasure chests. I don't give a shit. They shouldn't be putting it in publicly accessible areas then.
I mean, not wrong.
If you want to store something that valuable, put it in your own damn room. Don't put it somewhere where anyone can just go up to it and take it. Okay, I think I'm done. Let's just enter the house of... I can't climb this wall. What the hell is this, a shrine?
There are some walls that can't be climbed.
Also, I don't know if
Saddest
yeah.
feeling.
When you know how Traveler gets the Akasha terminal from some random person who just walks up to them at an entrance?
Yeah.
Why do I have the feeling that the Akasha terminal is also somehow controlling the thoughts? Like to a very limited extent, but it can somehow control certain thoughts. Holy shit, the library.
I can't say shit.
I know, I'm just theorizing out loud. Hello, are you here to borrow boosts?
All I can say is yes.
Sure. For the House of Diana. House of Diana is the library for the academia. Researchers and students can borrow many books of general
Hi.
knowledge. Yeah?
Do you like deja vu? Do you like being repeated 50 times?
Yeah?
You'll love the next the next story quest.
Cool.
You'll love chapter 3, promise you.
Cool.
It totally doesn't irk you, promise.
Sounds like a dream.
It is a dream. To some, it may be a nightmare.
So, you follow the YouTuber Cat with a Blue Hat?
Huh?
You know there's this YouTuber called Cat with a Blue Hat?
Nope, I don't know.
He does a lot of Genshin theories and stuff, and I've been following him. He's pointed out how in the more recent version 3 versions, there's been a more heavy focus on the themes of dreams.
Yeah.
And
it is focused on dreams. You'll love, and like I said, you'll love deja vu.
And he postulates that Kusanali isn't actually the god of wisdom, that's the old Archon. Kusanali is the god of dreams. I found a book. The book isn't on the map.
No one can dream in Sumeru.
Except kids. Oh, was it bad of me like the first time I saw those little Aranara things? I was like, oh look, Koroks.
No, that's what I thought as well. I was like, huh. Hyrule? Is that you? One day? When will we get, Zelda? And Link?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for this one.
Establishing dominance on this call.
Why?
Look at how I'm talking to her.
Okay.
Colleagues are still working very hard to write project applications right now. Project applications? Everyone knows that to ensure good funding, you have to get your application approved by the academia with an approved project, and more, you can hire more students. Students who work for you and stable funding for an academia will be a great future, but I don't think it's really worth it just for the terrible competition you face. It's too much trouble to get your application. I heard that the academia is giving all this funding to some secret projects lately, so no one can really get a single more of the applications. What do we say? Also, I love how what's I gonna say? I love how Genshin has included a bloody shot in the game before Breath of the Wild manages to do it. Activate? No, I don't want to activate this yet. I don't know what the hell it'll do. Oh yeah, I also just found out.
Activate everything.
I also just found out that the achievement section in Genshin actually has a search function now.
Yep, it does finally have a search function.
No, I saw the thing at the time. I was like, oh,
I
wow.
looked at it. I was like, bless. When was this? Like 15 patches ago.
Also, we can create like up to 10 teams now, apparently.
Yeah, I have 7.
I haven't
7 teams.
I haven't modified any of mine yet. Okay, I haven't added more, but
I
I've modified my
have
existing
a specific exploration team which is just consists of Kazuha, Zhao, Venti, and Sayu.
Lol.
Yeah, I just don't want to fight, you know.
To be fair, my Kazuha is really very good at just vacuuming everything off the map.
And Venti's just good at gathering people on the map.
Venti is good at creating a black hole out of freaking nowhere.
Hell yeah.
Oh, a tentacruel. Gregor. Why don't sit in it? Drinking a trip back to Monster, and I got discovered not Monster, Monster. Homeland where either time seems to flow more smoothly. I entered to academia a few years back, but I was 19 here. It's nice to away from home, through the rivers, look forward to seeing some landscapes, but also fearing that I might not be able to do well. After I really started my academic life here, my busy schedule has rid me of all mixed feelings. I did many stupid things when I first arrived. What do you have to deal with? Even if my offer and saw the Grand Sage's signature, I was so proud of myself for most recognition, but later I found that everyone has really the same accepted the signature. But a fool, I was to believe that the Grand Sage saw something special to me. Sumeru is different from one step. People here are more serious but less romantic. For example, my Darshan Haravata focuses on linguistics but we seldom discuss literature. Instead, we spend a lot of time studying syntax and structure. I heard that some people have been trying to organize a light of society. Although they are not from the academia, and more or less shows that people of Sumeru aren't also stiff and rigid. This bloody country is never going to be entirely one flavor. That was boring as all. Yay, I got a tentacruel. Rina, have you ever read the books in Genshin?
Yeah, I have. Why?
I have. I know like a lot of them
I like reading, so I was like, the books are fascinating. Some of the books are really fun to
have
read.
read some of them, I just... Oh cool, I got an achievement. It's just that there's a lot of stuff to read.
Yeah, and... Your point being?
I just got 3 achievements, this is funny. Hang on. Oh wow, I completed Mortal Traveler Series 3 already.
Hey, did you fight the bird? You want to fight the bird together?
What bird?
Peacock.
What?
The peacock.
What? Oh, you mean the chicken?
There's a
Mushroom
peacock.
There's giant the chicken?
Yeah. You call it a mushroom chicken?
Isn't it?
Most of us just call it a peacock. I call it a peacock at least. D also calls it a peacock for some reason.
We might be thinking of different characters then.
The boss?
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that part.
Ah.
Nah, you can kill it by yourself. I will discover it on my own somehow. God damn it, Travis, stop
Good luck finding the entrance. There's like 3.
Cannot activate now. Damn. Guess I'm heading back out.
Are you in the library?
Yeah.
Because I was like, cannot activate now. I know one place that he can activate right now. I should chop the trees with Ito. I should bring Ito out just to chop trees.
Lol. Why Ito?
Because Ito gives you more wood.
Isn't it already a passive?
That's his passive.
No, as in, I thought it was already a pure passive. Is it not like Thomas' passive? Because I know Toma is the moment you get Toma, even if he isn't in your party, you have a 20% chance of catching an extra fish. Is Ito not like that? What the fuck is that himbo? Oh, I need to check this. Okay, you know, he's much further up. Oh, it doesn't say if he needs to be on field or not. Weird.
Welcome to the Academia.
Okay, guess I'm going to the top of the academia now.
These closed-door research projects are a complete waste of money.
Oh, it's... Oh. What? God, it's bad. Ah, no, that's too far down.
Once I can get Tinari to 80, then I'll just ignore everything and just do talents and farming artifacts.
I'll keep this close.
I just need 6 more of them.
I'm trying to level so many fucking characters at some point.
I already leveled up, what was her name?
Coley?
Mona. So the only thing I need to level up is now just Tinari. And after that, I can just level up anything I want. Maybe I should farm for Ito's set. Since I've been ignoring that Ito because the game gave me C1 Ito when I just wanted Cookie Shinobu. Made me so mad. Because I didn't get Shinobu. I got a 5-star instead.
Lol. I got Shinobu.
I didn't. Ugh, I also don't get I also don't have Hazel.
I have Hazel.
I don't.
A reward on the road.
I still personally, for me, I think the most ridiculous thing about my account is that I'm, as of now, missing only 5 characters in the entire game.
If only I couldn't impart Istia in my permanent research location.
It's either I'm ridiculously lucky, or I do way too fucking much.
You just spent way too much money on this game. You don't, how many characters don't I have? I don't have Klee, Kutsing, Yula, Hu Tao, Yoimiya, Ayaka, Kozosara, Raiden, Kokomi, Sunhe, Yae, Hazel, and Cookie, and Yelan.
So sad. Before 3.0, I was missing Yoimiya, Shenhe, and...
I have 15 characters that I don't have, and I don't really give a shit about it. Because
I'm
a free to play.
Yoimiya, Shenhe, and Yelan.
Someone please let me into your world so I can basically steal your fish. Thank you. I just need the fish, okay?
Like I said, I'll stop
You
playing.
don't want the weapon, I want the weapon.
I'm going to be stopping like the moment I hit the next
generosity of greater lord.
So I'll leave my world open and you can come in and fish.
he gets his Q so fast?
What is energy cost?
60.
Oh, these kids have the Akasha terminal. That's interesting.
Like Tighnari really gets his Q super fast.
Well, I'm curious. Do the Sumeru characters have the Akasha terminal on their heads as well?
Hmm?
Do the Sumeru characters like Tighnari, does he have the Akasha terminal on his head? Because Traveler has it when she enters Sumeru City, but none of the other characters I have do.
Only Traveler has it.
So even the Sumeru characters like Hole and Tighnari don't have?
Because that's SAO mechanic is sus. That much I can tell.
Alright.
Because my Traveler doesn't have it anymore.
I mean, okay. I'm not going to assume anything. I'm just going to be like, oh, cool.
You know the thingy where you said in dreams? Yeah, it's related to that, basically.
God, the fucking cat Babu, his theory is that the entire fucking Sumeru city is a dream. Based on that one scene of the city dissolving. I'm like, that makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if like 90% of this... It'll be... Okay, I'll be very surprised if 90% of the world disappears, but at the same time, it would be very cool. God, where the fuck is this teleport waypoint? I'm like running around on all these paths. Oh, chest.
I'll keep this close.
I'm just gonna grab every chest I see and then cry when I basically don't put it, don't mark it.
No, I haven't marked mine.
I still haven't finished exploring anything in the chasm.
Oh my god, this guy believes the Tafat is round, but he says that the calculations of the land doesn't match. Oh, what the fuck? You can see the pyramid from all the way over here? That's cool. I don't think you can access that area yet though, can you? Maybe. Oh, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Unless it's like much further away than I think it is. And they just like temporarily put it there even because they know it's going to be added in the future update. Okay, teleport waypoint again. I have 53 resin, so I'm going to condense and then I'll like end stream. Actually, no, I'll just like end stream now because I need to kind of rush off. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. I'm going to end my stream and let Rina into my world to fish to her heart's content. Bye.